For all of your sports in Lorain, keep your TV tuned to TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Welcome to General Johnny Wilson Middle School. We're here today for some middle school wrestling. The Eagles are going to take on the Longfellow Longhorns. Should be a very interesting dual meet. Hi, everybody. My name is Bob Tomaszewski. My broadcast partner this afternoon is Hall of Famer Tom Bauer. Tom, we're going to get to see the younger kids that feed the varsity programs.
I didn't see any of these matches this year yet, but I've talked to the coaches, and some of their kids have placed high in tournaments, so it should be a good match, a good competitive match. All right.
And again, as we like to say, it's junior high stuff. They're learning how to wrestle, learning what the sport's all about, and these are all Lorain kids.
Johnnie Wilson, this side of town, Longfellow, east side of town. So they're all friends, actually, because they're talking about they've worked tournaments together and things like that. So they're all friends, except when they get on this mat tonight.
That's right. So it should be a good afternoon of middle school wrestling. We'll be back. They're getting the lineup set. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the first match.
Have you ever bought a car and then realized you couldn't afford it? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. Don't be insane. At Credit Max Auto, you can get a really great car with a payment you can't afford. Visit us at creditmaxauto.com.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Welcome back. We've got our first, we had our first match already. It was a forfeit, and we just got straightened out the fact that they're wearing the same uniform, so we've got anklets on. And Tom, if you got any idea who's wrestling?
I got Jawan Whitfield out there for Johnnie Wilson. Now, Johnnie Wilson is in the...
Would be the green ankle bracelet, or yeah. And
well, referee's called stalling already, and no, they're still both up. There you go.
Turn it around. So Johnnie Wilson is down, and Longfellow is on top. Now,
and then Xavier Vasquez.
Okay.
Vasquez.
Okay. So here we go. And again, this is a whole different animal. There's some back points coming in there, but these kids are just, some of them, this might be the first season they've ever wrestled in their life, and a lot of rolling around kind of things. And I'll tell you what, it takes a special official to do this so that the points are legitimate, not just, like we say, flailing around and trying to learn what's going on.
I'm sure he's going to call all the rules.
Correct.
You'll be a little lenient probably on some of the things.
And talk to the kids about what they're doing right and wrong, and there's a fall.
Yeah.
So Longfellow wins that match. I don't know. Well,
and guys, this is the second weight class, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
We had a forfeit at.
So there's, Longfellow got the forfeit, and now they just got 6 more points. So on the flip cards over there, it's going to be 12-0. Now we're going.
Yeah.
We'll get it somehow, some way.
Here's Vance Cheers wrestling for Longfellow.
Okay, in the red anklet, yes.
And Boss Cook and Matt Pry Crook is wrestling for General Johnny.
Okay.
Now, Vance is one of their better wrestlers at 11-3. Of course, they're going to have some kids coming up here, almost undefeated. So Longfellow has a good group of kids up here.
Okay, all right. Coach Mose is happy to hear that.
Oh, I'm sure he was when they were moving up.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
We watched the match. Eventually, people will watch it on TV in the future of some varsity kids. But these ones will be doing exactly the same thing.
There's
maybe not quite as sharp.
Right, exactly. It's the same kind of things, but they're learning. So there's a takedown, 2 points for Longfellow. And now the idea, again, break him down, see what you can get out of it. So it's 2-0 with 25 seconds to go. Now, we do wrestle shorter periods, minute-and-a-half periods rather than the full-length periods in a varsity match. So We're down to 15 seconds. And just trying to see what's going on.
You know, they do wrestle shorter periods, but you'll see they're just as tired.
Oh, my. Oh,
yeah. They're 4.5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, they'll think it was, yeah. Okay, so the score is 2-0 Longfellow, and the team score is 12-0 Longfellow. So still some people coming in. Okay, so
actually, Johnnie Wilson won the toss and took down. Similar to what we've seen in the varsity matches. You take down, you try to get the escape.
Because that should be, all things considered, a relatively easy thing to do. Okay, now this is a typical junior high situation. The Longfellow guy on top, he's just kind of on top.
Yeah.
And I mean, but they don't understand the nuances of all the things you have to do. But it's either feast or famine that I found when you used to referee these matches. And you've done a million of these, Tom. You never know what's, but be prepared for a lot of action when it does happen. Here we go. Now we're up. Now we're out. There you go.
Escape.
1 point.
So
1 point, General Johnnie Wilson.
His strategy was good. You take down, you get your point.
Exactly. Now it's 2-1. 2-1. And you get a takedown. Like if you could finish this up. So there's that quickness there. Now, good move down on a double leg. Now you got to keep him in bounds and try to trip him back. All right, but a good sequence of moves there by both guys.
Well, I like the way he used his hips. He kind of backed out of there just the way you're. You know, and if you have good hips, a lot of times that's the most important thing in wrestling. You can get away from things then a lot easier than if you come into the man.
It's always important to have good hips. He's got that leg. Now if he could it's finishing those things up that's hard to. Here he comes. Ran out of time. So we're to the third period, and it's Longfellow 2-1. And again, who are these guys now?
This is Vance Cheers from Longfellow, and I'm gonna say Boss Crookie or Crook.
Okay. Again, we found that varsity or middle school makes no difference. Somehow, it's hard for wrestling coaches to come up with a set lineup.
Yeah, I mean, they like to
it'll be one of these three. It'd be one of these three. Well,
you know, with wrestling, I've seen teams beat other teams in tournaments, but when it comes to the dual meet, the way they match up, they don't win. Because it's matchups in wrestling that counts. Because it's one-on-one once you get out there.
Is he going to get out? Well, he's pretty close to being out for the escape.
As soon as he gets that leg back, and
there it is.
Not yet.
Well, that's right into a reversal. So that's a good job by the official. Let the move finish. So that makes the score 4-1, and with an escape, that makes it 4-2. Longfellow. We're down to 39 seconds, and the scorekeeper is still calculating over there.
No, the coach gave a nickname to some of his wrestlers. And he's
wait a minute.
Yeah, I didn't quite turn it.
You got two. And
he still got the half in.
Full Nelson.
Half on one side, half on the other side equals a full Nelson.
And that's illegal.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, the reason is pretty obvious. You could really crank on a guy's neck.
On it,
You don't want anybody to get hurt. So let's see when the dust clears what we have here. It's going to be 4-3. No, it's 5-4. Johnnie Wilson is now ahead.
The coach is telling him maybe.
You got 17.
Hold him down.
You got it 17 seconds. I don't think you want to.
Can't kick him out. Yeah.
You don't want to tie it up.
Especially because the coach calls Vance the Viper.
The Viper. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
What was the extra point for?
I'm not.
Or was he down and they called back points? Or I thought it was a takedown and there was a penalty.
There was an illegal full Nelson.
Okay.
There was the penalty, and then there was the reversal.
Okay. Now you got to get a. Oh.
And I think this is going to be a reversal. See, he still has his arm in the head. Yeah.
Got that head
with
lock.
8 seconds to go. Can he pop that head out of there? That's the question with 5 seconds to go now.
And he does.
No, but he still has
got one.
He got one.
He got the one, so that tied it up. 5-4. Or 5-5. 1 point.
5-5. We're going into overtime.
No overtime. I don't know. I'm confused.
Wait a minute.
He won.
Oh, 6. Okay. Longfellow wins at 6-4, but now they're showing 6-6 on the.
Now, it's hard to keep track up here when they're not keeping track properly down there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know exactly what's going on.
It looks like General Johnnie got the win because now the team points are 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Somebody should talk to Mr. Corey about getting another set of singlets.
Yeah. Now, here's a kid to come out in his own because the kid over here from the young man actually from from Longfellow is Steve Ferguson, a very good wrestler from him.
Right.
At 25-4. But I just talked to his father, and he wrestles a lot of the open matches.
Open matches,
and
yes.
they take their own singlets to those open matches. So
and he looks like he's got some experience.
He's in the light blue with
a nice double leg right to takedown. He's got a 2-on-1 ride here, and he's looking for a fall. And he is wrestling for General Johnnie. Do we have any idea?
We have no idea because we have no person even.
Okay.
And we could probably figure it out, but no, we can't.
Good luck. It's amazing.
Tomo, it's rocket science.
Yeah.
It must be, writing those names down. 40 seconds to go. And we got Longfellow in control. And he's working that bar. Uh-oh. Whoa, there it is.
Yeah, he walked him right over.
Oh,
Her back point's not coming.
So he's counting them.
Yeah. Now, you can tell this boy's been experienced.
Yes,
using
he
moves
knows.
like that, yeah.
He knows what he's doing. Yep, for sure. And
his father was
two.
Yeah.
2. So that's 4-0 Longfellow. Oh, and there's a tilt. Nice tilt. For a young kid to do the tilt series,
yeah,
he really understands what's going on out there. There's 2 more. Makes it 6-0.
Now, this is Stevie Jr. because his father was an excellent wrestler for
And
Southview.
here it is again.
State qualifier.
Oh. And that would be 2 more. Makes it 8-0 Ferguson from Longfellow.
Guys, for our viewing audience, what's the difference between a 2 points and 3 points? What's the count's got to be?
Actually, when you have a person on their back, if you hold them down for 5 seconds, you're going to get 3 points.
Right.
But if you can hold them down for 2, 3, or 4 seconds, you're only going to get 2.
So minimum of, so it's 2 and 5.
2.
Right.
2 gives you 2, and 5 gives you 3.
5 or more gets you 3.
Now there's a takedown again by Ferguson. That makes it 10-0. Now all the rules are the same. If he gets to 15, that's a tech fall.
Yep.
This match is over. And it looks like he's going to have 3 more right here. Or at least 2. I saw a count. There's 2 more.
The 2. He
Makes
only
it
held
12.
him down. I think he only held him down for about 3 seconds.
So there's a kick out for 1 escape. And now a takedown back down. That'll give him 14. 14-1. And actually, if he cuts him out and takes him down, that'd be it. A lot of ways you could go about this, but he's
now
looking,
he might want to pin him,
right? If he can, sure. He's got it in. This is it. This is, even though he's getting. Oh, there it is.
See, now Longfellow has wrestled in some tournaments before, and Steve has taken 2 firsts and 1 second in the 3 tournaments he wrestled. Yeah,
he's got some savvy about him. So that was a pin at 28 seconds of the 2nd period. So Longfellow gets 6 more team points. That's going to be 21, I believe. 21-0. There we go. Now here's another guy that's wrestled from Longfellow somewhere else. He's got a. Well, here's a. Okay.
Forfeit. Now that forfeit was taken by Randall Hamilton.
Right, and that's for Johnnie Wilson.
Yep.
That gives them 6.
No.
Right.
No, that was a Longfellow.
He's got a green. He had a green anklet on. It's something great. Well, I give
That was
up.
the socks.
Yeah.
I give up. Why
Yeah.
try?
But he-
And we get another fancy singlet here, so obviously here's another.
This guy's been around.
He's been around the block. Now, this is Daniel Finley.
Oh,
Now, if
heard that name before.
If anyone's ever come out of the Southview family, they've
Yep.
heard of the Finleys before.
Yep.
And this is
Take
one
down.
of the younger Finleys.
And he wastes no time.
Again,
He knows exactly what he's doing. Yep.
3 tournaments. He has placing in every tournament he wrestled, and he's placed somewhere along the line. So you can tell when he has that fancy singlet, he's wrestled
We always say
other matches.
Those Finleys, they never had a coffee table in their living room because they're always wrestling and busting them up. 2-1, Finley from Longfellow.
Well, I bet you if you made it, Tom, I wouldn't break.
Yeah.
You'd have to make it out of steel.
It'd be like solid walnut with steel reinforcement.
There you go. Yeah, some rebar in there.
Tom, if our audience don't know, is quite the wood craftsman. Finnish carpenter, I'd call him.
There's some back points.
And they're coming. Now you got probably a 2 count out of that.
Got a 2. There it is. Oh, 3.
Now, see, I didn't count 3 seconds, all 5 seconds,
and
but he
there's
did. Yeah.
one escape. So that makes the score 7-2.
And a lot of times you'll miss the first one because the official counts silently in his mind.
Right.
So the first swing you've seen is actually his second or third.
Correct. Yep. And there's another takedown. Makes it 9-2. Oh boy, that was a short time takedown too. That's the old thing. You have to wrestle to the buzzer. Either way, whether you're offense or defense, you got to go until the horn blows. There's right into it. Boom, takedown. That'll make it 11-2.
Yeah, we got some time here. Longfellow's coached by Dean Reinhardt, Miguel De Jesus, and I'm sure Father Finley is down here helping all the time too. I'm sure. You see him sitting in a chair
Yes.
coaching his son.
And we don't mean reverend. we mean dad.
Yeah, I mean Daniel's father.
Yep.
Yeah, we see them
Oh,
around
there,
a lot
walked
of
it
the
right
varsity
over.
matches.
Yep. Walked it right over. Oh, that's trouble.
Yeah.
There it is. There's a fall at 52 seconds of the second period. So Finley carrying on the, as Hank Williams Jr. would say, the old family tradition of winning wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, look for him up and coming in the ranks.
I'm sure you will. Yeah, he's an 8th grader, so he'll be up in high school next year.
All right, here's somebody getting a forfeit. I don't know who he is, but I'm assuming since he's going over there, he's from.
No, he went
He's
over to
from
shake
Longfellow.
he went shaking hands. So he's Longfellow. Now I got the Dominic Witter as the Longfellow wrestler, but General Johnnie's supposed to have a wrestler at Miss 116.
Well, Johnny Wilson does have a wrestler, and
So I'm going to guess this is Malik Gladdy for Longfellow.
Malik is a pretty long guy, tall.
What's that? Yeah.
There's a takedown. Nice takedown. There you go. Oh, look at this.
Well, he turned him right over, but he turned him over out of bounds. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
We call that mat awareness. Where are you on the mat?
As if 40 feet's not enough.
Yeah.
One of those things, yeah.
Well, you've done matches. If they were, in the entire gym, they'd run into the wall.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Then other guys, they never move off of 2 square feet in the middle of the mat. So.
Coach calls Malik the magician.
The magician. Oh,
So
I like that.
He's probably come up with a few
I'm
tricks
thinking.
of his own, yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, well, he's doing a good job of keeping. Now, who's Malik is wrestling who? Do we know?
And we don't know.
Yeah.
The closest we can think of, there's a Dakota Ribble that we don't know if he's going to wrestle this match or the next match.
Yeah, well, there's the basic thing, right to his back.
Yeah.
And there it is. Boom. Malik, nice job.
Yeah, especially when he was 20-9. So you know he's
been around.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Yep. And these are 7th and 8th graders, correct? They could be either one.
Either one.
Yeah.
Now Malik out there was an 8th grader, so
Right.
you might see him on the varsity or 9th grade team next year.
Exactly. All right, here we go. Well, this will help because this guy's got kind of pink reddish socks on. He's
Antonio
definitely
Delgado.
Delgado is from Longfellow.
And I'm looking at D'Angelo Penn from Johnnie Wilson.
Okay. Team score 45-0. Right in. Look at this. Right in. Nice job. D'Angelo, is that what you said?
Yes.
That was a good attempt.
And the Longfellow wrestler is Antonio, an 8th grader. Well, once he gets that leg up off the mat,
that's tough.
Now you got to
he got the cross face, trying to get his weight back, his hips down, and try to get out. He's got that kind of whizzer in there. This is had to give it up. Had to give it up. So that was a good series.
Yeah, Longfellow for the 2. Now he's going to got his hand control.
There he
hand
goes.
control. That's what you need. You got those hands. You got to rip them apart.
So it's 2-1. 2-1 Longfellow. Circling around. Just trying to set the other guy. Oh, there it was. Yep, D'Angelo, he kind of straightened up a little bit, and that gave him the opening for the 2-point takedown. Now, he can't get it, as you said, he can't get any back points, plus the period's over, but you can't get back points when your back goes out of bounds. You have to do it inside. And just to remind everybody, too, the line, if you step on the line, you're out of bounds. The line is out of bounds, not the outside edge of that line, but the inside
line
edge.
itself, yes.
Yes. So the score is 4-1, 4-1 Longfellow.
Second period. Remember in the old days we used to talk about the Vermilion junior highs, and they both had purple uniforms. It was hard to tell them apart.
It's a very similar thing, yes.
It's exactly the same thing.
Yep.
At least Vermilion used to have a block V and a script V.
And a script V, so you could tell a little bit.
And he walked right out of bounds, and the kid come rolling out from the bottom. I like that little move. Now, can he do that in the middle of the mat, though?
Right. Oh, nice attempt on a double leg. Learning how to play the game. There it is. Another good attempt. Not quite deep enough, but still, it was a good attempt. He got his head up and boom, and he went.
One of the more active matches today.
Yeah, yes. They've been drilled well. And you know the hard thing about coaching junior high, Tom, you've done this for years. You want your kids to win and everything, but the focus is on learning how to do what you're out there trying to teach them. And sometimes guys, lose track of that, but we're fortunate in Lorain that the guys know what their job is.
We got some teachers as coaches out there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
we're down to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Double stall.
Coach Reinhardt's nickname for Antonio is the Artful Dodger.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I've heard that before.
Now, does that mean he can stay away from getting taken down?
Or he just does it with real class. I don't know. He's very artful about it. All right. 4-1, Longfellow. We're going into the third period. Now, Johnnie Wilson will be down. I want to say Lorain's down. Really? Trying to get up. Trying to get up. Get one foot down, now the other. There you go.
You got to take him back off the mat. That's nice.
That's it.
Yeah,
it's a good job by both guys, right?
You got to lift him up off the mat to take him back.
So he doesn't have any leverage. Yeah, exactly.
Now he's reaching through the legs to get an arm out of there. You got a cradle in. It wasn't a perfect thrown cradle,
but it was.
Yeah. It was an attempt.
And a kick out. That makes it 4-2. And Longfellow's still in charge. But, a takedown here. And,
ties it.
Yeah.
And he got
and he's had a couple of good.
He was in there a couple times.
Yes, exactly.
You got to finish it, though. That's one thing about moves. You can initiate them, but you also got to finish them.
Got to finish them up, yep.
And one thing about both these wrestlers, they're both very aggressive. I like to see that.
Yeah, they are. They're going at it. There's no doubt, yes. And, Joe, again, that's a sign of confidence. They've been practicing some things. They have confidence in what they can do. There it is.
There
that's the third time, but he got flattened out. See, and that's a great job by
Antonio out there.
Because he flattened him out. So that was a good counter, and now he's trying to come around. And there you go. That was good wrestling both ways.
So
10 seconds.
He doesn't need to take down. That's why he didn't have to risk anything. He could have backed out of there.
Yep.
Now he's backing out a little bit too much now, though.
Yeah.
Because if this match had gone a little longer, I'm sure the official would have hit him for a stall a little bit.
There would have been
a he did it just enough.
So we have Longfellow with another victory.
One of the more spirited matches.
Yes.
I think it was probably because they were both of the same quality.
Yeah, equal ability. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
There's another. We always talk about Joe Bach. We always talk about the forfeit family.
So now
when you forfeit, you never win. The forfeit family never wins. I can't understand it.
So that was a forfeit this time for Johnny Wilson.
So they got
some points on the board.
Makes it 48-6. Now here's a guy got a real. He's wearing a Titan uniform.
Ooh.
Well, this is Isaiah McDowell. Now we watched his younger brother wrestle last night, or older brother.
But I was going to say, wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, they both have very nice builds.
No, he's wrestling Aaron Worthy, actually.
Okay.
No, Isaiah's 28-1, and he's taken a championship in every tournament he's wrestled in so far. 3 straight championships.
Wow. Yeah.
So he's a wrestler.
Yep.
And here we go.
And there's 2, and this could go quick. Like he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's put together.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a varsity uniform.
He's wrestled that brother on the mat in the living room a million times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mom's always yelling at him.
Yeah.
No coffee tables.
Yeah.
That was quick.
See,
that was quick.
The coach called him the Iceman, but the next kid he calls a Crusher. I think I might have called him the Crusher.
That could be.
At 28-1, when you
But
think?
Is he the Iceman because he's so cool?
Maybe. I know he likes math, so he can be.
Oh, well, yeah, you'd appreciate that being the old retired math teacher.
Oh, forfeit wins again here. Here we go.
Yes, and I think that was Chris Gonzalez.
Yeah.
No. That was.
That's for.
That was Dave Orlando.
We're moving through this. There's only about 3 left.
See, he was one of. Now the kid had just up the forfeit. He was one of Johnny Wilson's better wrestlers.
Okay.
He was 17-2.
Oh.
Yeah, with some championships under his belt. So you like to see him maybe wrestle the McDowell boy.
Yeah, that would have been a good match.
Yeah.
Now this is the last match of the year for these guys. Their season.
Wow.
The coach said that's the end of it. So again, you got 20-some matches in. I think that's a pretty good.
I wonder if
that's a pretty good season for those guys.
Sometimes they finish up with a tournament.
That might be a little tournament somewhere. Yeah.
No, every now and then these two teams they merge some of their better kids to go to a tournament.
Yeah.
I think they went to Maple Heights and wrestled junior high Milkovich, and I think they were very close to winning that tournament. Took a second.
Yeah, Maple always very tough. They won the. I believe they won the LAL last year.
Yes, last couple years I think.
And the fans are very tough over there too, from what I understand.
Yeah, been there, heard that.
Yes, there's a takedown.
See, I have out here wrestling Chris Gonzalez for Longfellow.
He's working on
who's placed at a couple tournaments. And how tough is he? Because the coach calls him the Crusher.
The Crusher. Well, that's...
Yeah.
Trying to get this guy. It looks like he's maybe working on a cradle, but can't quite get him curled up. 34 seconds, first period.
So these are the heavies in junior high then?
Yeah, yes.
And what weight class is that again?
Well, I don't know if these are the heavies or not.
Well, they're heavier.
We're not quite there because the heavies are actually 245, but I don't think either team has a heavy.
Gotcha. Ten seconds left.
Just rolling it along.
Yeah, these are either the 60s or the 172s.
But that's still bottom man stalling. That's still pretty good size for a 7th or 8th grader.
Hey, being the last match of the evening here, let me give a quick shout out to our new sponsor, Credit Max Auto. Their new locations at the corner of Colorado and East Erie, right over the bridge. Great looking cars, very clean. If you need something, check out their website, creditmaxauto.com, or check out their car lot. No clunkers there, very nice, and they could finance you.
Well, there you go. So you got it all.
Yeah.
One-stop shopping. And here we have takedown. Do we have any idea who these guys are?
I think coming up, the last match of the day, we'll know them. So I'm thinking this may be Martin from Johnnie, and possibly a Zeno.
Yeah. You know what we should do, Tom? I just got this brilliant idea. We should get a set of numbers with Velcro and sell them, and then they could just put a number on, and you look at the number and you know who they are.
That's a brilliant idea.
We could have somebody announce
every once in a while.
Yeah,
you know.
come up with something.
Yeah.
I think there'd be another match coming up. I think I got some heavier weights listed.
We could do this, sell them to everybody, and then move to Boca Raton, Florida. We'll have to put up with this.
I like Sarasota myself.
Yeah.
Well, we get a place at both. You know.
Okay, there we go.
Here's the back points coming. Oh, that is so tough at this level. That looks.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
So Tom, will you go to Florida this year?
That's coming in a couple of weeks, Joe.
Oh, good.
I'll give you a call when I'm down there in Venice. Sipping and Arnold Palmer out on the
iced tea
on the patio there.
Now,
somewhere.
do you like the iced tea or the 50-50?
Yes.
All right, here's our last match of the night.
Here we go.
All right, here we
For
go.
Longfellow, Aaliyah Mills, who's a 7th grader, and he's wrestling Ramon Ahmad.
And typical heavyweight match, you got a lot of tugging
big.
and
Yeah,
pulling,
and that's
pulling and tugging.
Because the thing with the bigger kids, one mistake and you're in deep trouble.
Yep.
There's a takedown.
Try to get him on his back.
Yeah. I think Ali out there might be. Here comes the half.
There's the half, yep. That's usually.
There we go. Won't be long.
There it is. And that's it.
Nice technique.
Well, it was a good job. I mean, win or lose, at this level, those kids are trying. They're trying to learn how to play the game. They're learning the ins and outs. And believe me, whether you won or lost, those kids work very, very hard at practice. Wrestling practice might be, other than maybe swimming, one of the hardest physical things to do. And
you're out there on an island all by yourself.
There is nobody to help you, buddy. There is nobody. So it looks like the final score is 66-12. I think that's it.
No, I think they didn't record the last one. I don't think.
Well, then maybe
could be
it's
wrong.
71. So it's either 71 or 66. But either way, Longhorns come away with a victory. And
70, here we go. They're going to...
they're going to add a few more on there.
I think it's 72. because it was 6 for the pin.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think 72-12.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, we won anyway, so whatever. Okay.
Well, guys,
right.
it's
well, listen, this was fun. A lot of times we do a lot of varsity things, but like in football, we do the junior high things, and here we're doing this. It's good to see those young kids, and then it's really fun in 2 or 3 years when you see them on the varsity teams.
Yeah.
And so we remember when they were learning how to do it. So.
And we'll see, especially some of these Longfellow wrestlers who've been wrestling for years on the junior high biddy circuit. You can tell them by their fancy singlets.
Right.
You'll see them, I guarantee, because all their fathers were wrestlers way up there in the day, and their brothers are wrestlers. They'll be wrestlers on the varsity.
And a lot of the fathers, uncles, brothers, cousins, and some of these wrestlers you see at Lorain High matches. So a lot of these kids are familiar.
That is the tradition. Yes, they follow it through.
It's a family affair, and that's awesome.
It sure is.
We mentioned that a few years ago, 10, 14, I guess, when we talked about the Southview family, an old classic.
That's right.
Because he had half the old team standing behind the bench.
Yep, that's right.
Looking for a free ticket in.
All right.
So
that's it. About wraps it up.
That wraps it up from here. So for Joe Bach and Tom Bauer, I'm Bob Tomaszewski saying lots of good luck.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.
Is magic really magic? If a deal is too good to be true, well, don't be fooled. There is no magic. Credit Max Auto has a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.